Hi everyone, I am going to explain to you how to open a new drawing and how to set up your units. So I already have this drawing that I can get rid of right now. This is your starting point, and I am going to start a drawing. Let's take this off by selecting it and clicking delete on my keyboard. Go to the model and we have the command bar. Click on the command, say units. So my units right now are set correctly. The type of units I want to use are architectural. Usually it's on decimal when you create a new file, but it's supposed to be architectural, and 116 is okay. And I have the type is decimal degrees supposedly, and 2 zeros. Keep the inches if you are in the US, or use millimeters or centimeters. Depends on when you are in a word. And then, okay. So this is how you set up your units. Now we're gonna go over the draw tab area that AutoCAD has. How to create a line. I either click on a line and I enter in a space the first point, and I see the line is all over the place, so I can click F8 on my keyboard. I can go to the right, left, up, down, or if you click F8 again, you will lose that straight line. And there's different way to make it straight by clicking on ortho here. And then if I want to size that line 4 feet, I'll click on 4 feet 7 inches. I don't have to put inches, I can just put 4 feet 7, enter, and that line is 4 feet 7 inches. You click escape on your keyboard, and to double check we can check by measuring that line. Click on measure, click on the first point, second point, and will tell you its distance is 4 feet 7 inches. Click exit, or you can escape. This is how to create a line. I either click on a line, or I can enter the command L, enter, 4 feet 7, enter, escape, and here's my 4 feet 7 inches line. Also the circle, I can click C, enter, click in the model space. This is model space. We have two spaces, model space and layout space where we print from. So circle, the best thing about the command bar that it tells you what to do. So circle, specify radius of circle or diameter. So I'm just gonna click on diameter, or I can say, or click D on your keyboard, enter, and it will change it to the diameter. 60 inches or 5 feet, enter. And then in order for me to check if that's right, I go to measure, radius, and that's radius 2 feet 6 inches, which is the diameter is 5 feet. I either click exit or escape, and then it will still remind me of the diameter and the radius for a couple of seconds. Also for the arc. So there's different ways of creating an arc, and AutoCAD always, when you hover over an icon, it will tell you an idea on what to do. So that's always helpful. Or you can hover over an icon and click off F1, it'll give you more information. So but for right now, we're gonna create an arc that has 3 points, and that's my first option. Or I can click here and I can start, center, end kind of arc. Or I can start from the center, then the start, then end it. I'm just going to use a start, center, end type of arc. So I click on it. 1, 2, 3. Or 3 points, 1, 2, and then 3. So it's either 1, 2, and that's my arc, or the 3 points is 1, 2, 3. So I either click on this arc, or in my command ARC, enter, and then center, 1, 2, and I have the arc from the center. Anything you want to delete, you can just click anywhere, make a green rectangle, right click on your mouse, erase, or make the rectangle and click delete on your keyboard. That's how you delete. Let's go back to the circle one more time. There's also a couple options on how to create a circle. It's either the center and radius, which is halfway, and that's 2 points, or the center diameter. So the center radius, I can say, or I can think of it that way: 2 feet 6 inches is 5 foot diameter. In order for me to check that again, we go back to measure. I click on the object and tells me the radius is 2 feet 6 inches, the diameter is 5 feet. Exit. So let's move on right now to rectangle. There's polygon or rectangle in this tab. So let's click on rectangle. How to create a rectangle. So please focus here, and I click anywhere in the space where I want to create a wall, for example. So let's say my wall is 5 inches thick by 6 feet long. So I click anywhere in the space and drag this way, or that way. It depends where my wall location is. But for practice purposes, it doesn't matter for right now. I'm a right handy, so I'm just gonna go this way. Click Shift and number 2 to come up with the @ sign. And then say 6 feet, comma, 5 inches, but we don't click inches, just 5, and then enter. And that is my wall. And to check that again, we go to measure. distance, endpoint, endpoint, and then it's 6 feet 0 inches. Escape. That's how to create a rectangle. You have to make sure that you click on Shift and number 2 to create the add sign in order for you to get the right distance and right dimensions. Otherwise, if I click rectangle and I don't click Shift number 2 on my keyboard, then I will end up with totally different results. So 6 feet by 5 inches. Okay, right now it did it. I don't know why, but usually it doesn't do it. But it's just to be on the safe side. Always keep your click Shift and number 2 because it depends on each version you're using. I think if you're using 2015 and below, then you must click Add. But if 2015 and up, then I think it's okay. So it depends. And now I want to hatch this wall. Let's create one more wall. Or let's rotate this wall. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, let's create one more wall here. So 5 by 6 feet. And I want to hatch this wall. I want to graphically make sure that this wall shows, just like coloring in a coloring book. I click on hatch. There's different types of hatches. Either you have colors, one color that varies from minimum to maximum or extreme. Like here they used yellow and blue, but we can use white and blue. And you can choose the way that is going to show, either from minimum to maximum, or like from white to blue, or blue, white, and then blue again. I don't use these things as much unless it's an elevation, and then you click on it, then escape. The most common way of using hatch is not this one, especially in construction document. So in order for me to delete this, I click on it and then I click delete on my keyboard. So let's use a normal hatch. Some people use salad, some people use other hatches. It depends what you're doing. If you're doing elevation, you might want to use different hatches like bricks, or if you're doing materials on the floor plan, you want to show materials, then you use ceramic, or you can create your own hatch. But for right now, let's make it very simple and start with salad. We'll click on salad and click inside the rectangle, and that's your hatch. Click escape, and that's how you hatch a wall. Or you can click on hatch, or you can type H, enter. Pick points or select. Click select, click the box or the wall or the rectangle, and it will hatch it for you. and then escape. So this is basically how to use a draw uh, tab in a home tab in AutoCAD. Please subscribe if you like this video. I am going to move on with the next tabs and make new videos for the next tabs, and I hope to see your subscription on the next videos that I'll be making. Thank you.